Hi, and welcome to Paper Root Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm bringing you a layout for the Cut to You design team. All right, friends, so here are the cut files I chose for today. This one is called the Urchin Background Digital Cut File, and I just think it's really pretty, so I am going to use it just as a background. I'm not going to back it or anything. I cut it on a piece of paper that I got out of a paper pad that was made to look like sand. And on the back of that was like, I don't know, it was like an ocean scene kind of. It's an old one. I don't know where I even got it from, but I really like how it turned out in this sandy pattern color-ish paper. And then in white cardstock, I cut out the shell quad digital cut file. So quad because there's 4 shells. So we got this little clam shell. I don't know what they're all called, but anyway. And I like this little starfish. So this is the photo that I'm working with today. It is a photo that I took in a beautiful little town called Lunenburg in Nova Scotia, Canada. And we went to watch the sunset, and it was, honestly, the video does not do it justice. Neither does the photograph, actually. It was just a beautiful, beautiful view. A very picturesque little town. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. It is a super relaxing vacation. Top tip, though, everything closes at 6 p.m., so do not save your dinner hour too late. That was what I learned there. And then I grabbed this. This was like also out of a paper pad, a different paper pad. I think it was like watercolors or something. I got it at, I don't know. I want to say like a big box store probably. And then I mounted it on navy cardstock. And then I'm going to just simply glue this cut file down onto this beautiful paper that I feel like really mimics my sunset here. So that's why I thought that would go nicely. And then I'm going to back these little seashells with some papers from this other little paper pad. All about the paper pads today, apparently. And it just has like some really pretty colors on the B sides of these papers. So I think they'll be really cute. I'm thinking of doing some in like a coral color and then maybe some in like the lighter turquoise blue color. So that's my plan for that. So yeah, I'm just gonna pause the camera because I have to go outside. I'm gonna do like a spray adhesive on this, and I don't like to do that in the house. So I just flip it over, stick it on a piece of cardboard, I go out on the front step, and I just spray the adhesive on, and then it just sticks to my paper. This is the adhesive that I use. I don't know who makes it or anything. I just buy it at a big box store. No big deal. Nothing fancy. Okay, so hang on. I'm going to pause the camera here, and I will be right back. All right, so I got my background laid down with some of that spray adhesive. And the thing I like about it is that because these lines are so teeny tiny, it would take me forever to put any kind of dry or wet glue on there. So that spray just is one big spray. It's not safe to use indoors, but I don't mind stepping out and putting the spray on and then sticking it down on my page. And I just really like how quick and easy that is. And I think I'm going to pop my photo up, or I'm going to pop these up. I haven't decided. And then I thought I would turn the camera on for this part because I usually do this off camera because it's kind of slow and boring. But I thought I would turn the camera on and do one and do just like a little bit of a deciding in front of you. So I want my photo kind of in the middle. I want my shells to like line up along the bottom of my photo down here. I don't mind that they cover up the grass. That's not really the part I wanted to show. I wanted to see this beautiful little town with all their very colorful houses, which was so cool. And they're the beautiful skyline, the beautiful sunset, and the little fishing boats that are all anchored there in the bay. And so I don't really care about the green up on the golf course where we took the photo. It was just, I just wanted to, for my documenting, I just wanted to have that sunset photo. So this one I think is going to go up kind of this way on the photo, and then I want to put my title here. So I haven't decided what my title is going to be. I haven't picked titling options, but I thought I'd turn on the camera quick and show you how I'm going to decide from here. So I'm thinking these two seashells should be the same color, so I'm going to do them in the coral. And I'm thinking this one and this one can be the same color, so I'm going to do them in the turquoise. And so I'm just going to set this aside for a minute and just show you like what my process is. So here I know that I want these two. They fit on this. I love this about cut files in 6x6 is that you don't need a lot of paper to back a cut file, right? Especially if you were going to do each little piece. And that's why I'm showing you this on this one, because I'm not doing individual little pieces. I'm just doing the whole shell in the same color. Okay. So anyways, once you get your paper chosen, I just take my paper and I flip it, and I also flip my cut file, and then I trace around my cut file, and I try to go not too fast because I don't want to have like a big scribbly mess, but it does not have to be perfect either. Sometimes around the edges though, I miss, like I bend up the cut file, and then especially narrow parts, and then I'll cut wrong and then I get frustrated. Okay, so now I have my pencil line. Now, often what I'll do as well, but some of these are really small, so it's probably not going to work on here, but I will draw on the inside of the line as well, so I know where my scissors can go. That will not affect the like it won't, I don't want to cut into the cut file. I don't want to cut outside of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want, it's easier to take the pieces hanging off than it is to fix it if I cut too far into the cut file. I don't know if that makes any sense, but okay. Now this part is going to be a little bit tricky for me, and this is part of why I do it off camera, is because I usually hold things like right up by my face, which you won't be able to see. So I'm going to do my best. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut between those two lines that I drew, one on the inside and one on the outside of the outside border of that seashell cut file. And like I say, it's usually right up by my face, so I'd probably even be a little bit faster than this, but because I'm doing it kind of away from myself and away from my body, it takes a little bit more concentration. Probably doesn't help that I'm trying to talk at the same time. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit trickier. So what I really want to do is to stay on the inside of these bumpy parts, because I couldn't really get a good inside line for them. So I'm just going to stay on the inside of that pencil mark, because the pencil mark was on the outside of the cut file. Okay. All that. Okay. And again, it does not have to be perfect, because once you put it on there, it hides your cutting lines, right? The hardest part is these little, like I said, these little bumpy pieces. So like right here, I can see that I missed some. So I'm just gonna, before I glue, I'm just gonna do a little trim, because it's easier to do right now while the paper is loose. And same with here. Again, it takes a bit more concentration because I'm holding it so far away from my body and from my old eyes. I'm not getting any younger, guys. There we go. Okay, a little bit off of here. Not that you can even see that really. Okay, I think I pretty much have it. And it looks like right around here, which isn't really surprising because, you know, I didn't do the inside lines there either. So, and on there. And other side, where I didn't get the inside line. There we go. Okay, do I have it now? I like to measure it up and then hold it in front of me and then see, did I miss a spot? Is there something that needs to come off of there? And I can still see there's still some sticking out there. So I'm going to give that a little haircut. There's also a little bit here. In one of the bumps, obviously, I didn't do the inside line because there was paper there. And trim it. Okay, I think I got it. Give this a little trim. Okay, then I'm gonna grab a scrap piece of paper, which I didn't grab ahead of time. Smart me. So I'm gonna use this old envelope, and I'm going to do a little gluing. So I want it to go this way, so I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna grab my quick dry, no, what is it called now? Scotch tacky glue in my fine line bottle. I'm gonna go around the outside because that's really what I want, but I want it all to stick down. I don't want pieces like poking up at us. I'd rather have it be intentional if it's gonna stand out from the page. There we go. And then I'm just gonna flip it over and glue it down. And because it is quick dry, it does dry pretty fast, but it does give you a second or two to like straighten it out. Get it all down there. And I don't worry about all those little gluey spots. I don't know if you can even tell, but they dry clear. So it's okay if the glue squishes out. It dries clear. I don't think anybody will notice. Oh, hang on. Okay, sorry about that. My kids came home and I wanted to chat with them. They're going back to uni soon. I'm so sad. But more time for scrapbooking. So, gotta always look on the bright side, right? Okay, so I just have one more left. So I did these other ones over here. And I just have this one left. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing it the right side down. Did I leave enough room? I didn't really take much into consideration about the second one when I drew the first one, did I? Oh well, live and learn, I guess. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. We're just going to do the outside outline there. And then when I do my cutting, I'm just going to stick pretty close to that outside line, but just on the inside of it. So there we go. Oh. I just can't win today. Now the rest of my family's coming home. Aww. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so just gonna keep my scissors very still and mostly move the paper. That just seems to help keep my lines to not be so jagged. If I move the paper more than my scissors, I don't like to say don't move my scissors because I do move both. But I use the paper more to move and my scissors less to move. There we go. So hopefully that will be super pretty on the inside of my seashell. And then I'll have all my seashells. I just love this cut file. It's just so cute with the different ones. And I like that you get kind of like 4 cut files for the price of 1. Win-win. Wouldn't this be cute blown up really big for like an Ariel, you know, the Little Mermaid, Ariel, anything? Because she has that, you know how she's, when she sings, she sits in that big shell that kind of looks like this. I think that would be cute. And actually, I think the ride, now I haven't been to Disney in a really long time, but I think the ride too has like chairs that look like kind of like that, those big shells. So that would be a good one to blow up really big. Okay, so I'm going to take my scraps and just set them to the side. Got my shells, and see, they're not pretty on the back. They only have to be pretty on the front. Nobody's going to see the back. Oops, I didn't glue that yet, did I? Okay, so again, making sure I'm putting the glue on the right side. It's hard to tell. And it's not right up at my face because I'm old. My eyes don't work proper. And I'm just going to go around the outside of that. There we go. Look at that. So stinking cute. Go for a lot of things with this one, couldn't ya? I'm doing a sunset photo, but because we were so close to the ocean, we're at that little bay area where they had all their boats docked. So pretty. Here we go. So like I said, I think I'm going to put this one down here. Let me get back in frame. Hang on. And I'm going to put this one up in the corner somehow, some way, something like that. I kind of want them to frame my photo. And then I think I was going to do this one on this side. There, something like that. But I think I want this one in the front to stand out a little bit more. There. So something like that. Probably lift that up a bit. Cover a little less of the photo. There we go. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to glue down my photo and my die cut pieces, my cut files, and I'm going to grab some titling options and type up some journaling, and then I will come back and finish up my layout with you guys. Hang on, I'll be right back. All right, so I laid everything down. I put this up on a low profile foam adhesive, and then these ones I did on like a thicker one. So like this one is the thicker one that I used, and it's like way, I don't know. It doesn't look that much different, I guess, on camera, but oh yeah, maybe. But yeah, it just gives 2 different dimensions on there, and I really liked the way that turned out. And then I found these thickers. They are called Gwen, and they're a foam with like a, it's like a white foil, I guess, on the foam. It's really pretty. And then I printed up my journaling, typed it up, printed it out. Just going to give it a little bit of a blue border here, just to mimic the border around the outside of my layout. And then, oh, I have to take that off of there. And then I'm going to adhere it down. Ooh. And I'm just going to tuck it under, can I still see it? Under here. There we go. And then I'm going to, I have these little chipboard pieces that I found in with some of my summer stuff. They're not really summer themed or beach themed or anything. They're just maybe a little bit travel themed, if anything. And so same thing, I'm just going to give them a little bit of blue around the edge just to mimic the outside of that layout. And then I think I'm going to use my white glue to adhere them down because they are chipboard. And so I think I'm going to take this little banner piece and just kind of like tuck it under my photo here. And then I think I'm going to take this little geotag, just give it a little bit of blue taps around the outside. And then I'm going to put that down up here by my title. Oh, it doesn't want to stay. Try it again. There we go. And then again, same thing with my little arrow. Give it a little blue and a little glue. There we go. So I have a few of those on there. And then I'm just, I feel like that's pretty much all I need on here. And then I'm just going to add some, what are these called even? Pearls maybe? They say enamel dots, but they look more like pearls to me. Bluebells and buttercups. And I think these ones were something different, but I stuck them in because they looked similar. So, but I'm really kind of looking for these pinkish ones. So I think I'm going to put one here and one here. Maybe I'll cover up that little, I ripped that piece of that background when I was pulling it up off the mat. So I cut it out of my Cricut and I used some new mats because mine were starting to get really bad and I forgot to season them first. And so it was a pretty intricate cut file to pull up from a new mat. It was a little bit tricky and I did get some bends that I wasn't wanting. So then I might, should I put some blue ones on? I don't feel like I need them. Do I? Maybe. What about one right here? He would be cute, hey? Just maybe not too close to those pink ones. What do you think? Like different places? Like that? Okay, yeah, I think that's about right. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you want to see some close-up shots or some detailed shots of the layout, please stick around to the very end. If you would like to purchase this cut file from the shop, I'll have the links down below. And if you have any questions or comments, I always love hearing from you, so please say hello even. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I hope you all are having a great day. Bye for now.